Roundabout Stamps. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make this gingerbread candy holder. I think it'd be super cute if you have it at Christmas time and you have one sitting on everyone's place, just waiting for them to have the little piece of Rocher candy. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this. So I am using the stamp set from Candyland, and it has 2 gingerbread houses that you can choose from. And then I've also have other ways on some other projects I'm going to show you in a few minutes how to use the other different pieces. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is pull out my stamps and grab my blocks. Forgot to grab those real quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one and this top because it is easier to cut out. These tops have these little candies, and so it's harder to cut those all out. So just to simplify for this project, I am going to go ahead and use this topper. And I do like these little trees, so I'm going to use that one as well. Set that out of the way. Put that on my block. And I have my piece of craft paper and my black ink. And just dab, dab, twist, twist. Press that down. Just clean my stamp real quick so I can put that back and grab the topper for my gingerbread house. And you do have to kind of stand over the top of it to get this lined up correctly. There we go. That was pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to decorate the house with its door. And I happen to like this door. There are 2 that you can choose from. Hope you can see that. So I do like the one with a little bit of overhanging. And you just place that down at the bottom, in between the trees. Next comes either the windows or the other thing I've done. You can either use the window, I think you see it better like that. Here we go. There, you can see that window a little bit better. You can either do that, or the other thing I've done is I've used the little piece of candy. And you can see that I've done that on this, because typically when you have a gingerbread house, you decorate it with candy. So I thought that was really kind of clever of me. So on this one, I think I'll go ahead and use I'll just use the candy as well. So just set those 2 aside. Put them back on the stamp sheet. And put the 2 pieces of candy for its windows. Okay, so that's all I stamped on this one. Now for some reason, if you don't get enough coverage up to the top, you can take your journaling pen and just kind of lightly go over that to make it connect. But for purposes right now, I think it'll be okay. So the other thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and show you how I colored some of this in. You can see that the gingerbread house itself is darker, and that's because I used our Tri-Blend marker. It's the Earth Brown blend, And I took the light end and I went over all of it. It looks darker at the moment, but it does fade because it's the lighter color. Just go ahead and get it a full coverage. And the reason why you're trying to make sure that you do a full coverage is because it is alcohol ink. And you want these colors to blend. So basically this is like a base. Now this is a little bit more labor intensive, so that's why I decided that this would be more of something that I would do for a single person, like at family dinner, you know, and have it sitting beside their place or on the charger, versus giving this to a group of people. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is turn it over and grab the dark. And this is where you do that shading. So I do a thin line just around the edges where I want it to be shaded. And if you don't think this is enough, don't worry about it, because we're actually going to use the medium color as well. And these markers are found on our website or in our core catalog. Turn it around and there you go with the medium. Now I like to do a little bit of a circular motion, and this does help for those colors to blend in. So you got to remember that this light color that you just put down is still wet. And then I grab that light color again, and this is where it really starts to blend. There you go. Now if you don't think something is dark enough, you can take that dark color and just singularly go back over it without blending. And I do like to do that right there at the door, because I want it to feel like it's up ahead. So I want this to be darker. Okay, so then I'm also going to show you how I did the candy here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm grabbing the light color. Sorry about this. Okay. And every other one, I'm going to color into the red. There we go. And I also colored this and the door. There we go. And then again, I'm just going to take the darker red and shade. So that will be around the edges of the door, because that would be the darkest areas. And then I even kind of go along the bottom here. Okay. I took our light green and I colored the trees. And then I also took our, I took our ice blue blend, and that's where I colored in the windows. And then I used our brown gray blend and I colored in the snow. So you can see, I don't want to continue to do this, save a little time. But that's what I did. And then I also took a white gel marker and I ran around along the roof. That's where I colored in the candy. And then just a highlight on the tree. And then the next thing I did was I fussy cut this out. And I did 2 of them. So let me grab those. Underneath the stamp set. Okay, there we go. So there's my 2. And then the next thing I need is another piece of craft cardstock, and this is cut at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to score it. I have my little scorer and my Cricut bone folder, and I'm going to take it at the 2-inch mark and score on all 4 sides. And this is going to give me a nice box to set my candy in. Okay, there you go. Set that out of the way. Let me grab my snips here. And I only need to cut 2 sides. I don't need to cut all 4 sides. I'm going to go ahead and go up. And this goes to the corner. So there's the bend. And there's the bend. So that's where it's going. And I'm just going to cut a little triangle out. Go, turn it around. Cut that little triangle out. Okay. Throw my little 4 triangles away. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and burnish my edges with my bone folder. Okay, let me grab my tape. And this is our tear tape. And I'm going to have this go up like that. I'm just going to tear a couple pieces on both sides. There we go. I want it to stick real good, so just make sure it adheres well. Take off the backing. And then I'm going to fold it up. I use the table to kind of make it level. So I just grab that back and then I pull these 2 forward and press that down. So there we go. Our little square that our candy's going to sit in. So the next thing I'm going to do is I don't want these 2 sides that have that I folded on to show. So I'm going to use those and put some more tape on it. Do that to the other side. And you don't have to color the gingerbread as much as I have. I just thought it was pretty and wanted everybody to see how you could do it. Okay, and then I'll just take off the tape. And using the table again, and then I press it down. I'll do that to the other side. There we go. Throw away my trash. And there is your candy holder. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little piece of candy, my Ferrero Rocher. I mean, who doesn't love these things? I've already eaten a container of them. And there you go. I thought the other thing that you could do that was kind of cute was to maybe make that meet in the middle somehow, but I haven't figured quite how to do that. And I just think that they are pretty just like that. So there's two options, one with the windows and one with the candy. You could make these red and green, you can make these pastel color, but either way, I think they're adorable and people will appreciate the gift inside. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And I also wanted to show you what else you could make with this stamp set. So I have made these 3 cards. Have a Merry Christmas, and have a Sweet Christmas. So it's a pretty versatile stamp set. It makes some super cute Christmas cards. It would be really pretty for like a birthday, you know, like a Candyland birthday birthday card. So that would be super cute for a child with our little shaker with the sequins inside of it. So if you have any questions about how to make any of these items or what I use, that's going to be on my website. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.